Hey guys, what's up? It's Toddy Waddy again here with you today, and today I'm doing another Escape from Tarkov video. This one's actually going to be a video for all the new players. It's going to be a good new player guide. I'm going to cover a lot of good things to know, things that I wish I would have known when I was first playing, things that I think would have really significantly helped me out in my early experiences with the game and getting started. So I got 10 things here, guys, that should be very helpful for you if you're new to Tarkov. I know a couple people that are playing with controllers, and that's just not optimal. There's too many controls in this game. You can do the basic stuff with a controller, but you're not going to be able to do everything, and there's just a lot of controls you're going to be missing out on that are very helpful. So make sure you go through the list of controls. There's a lot of important things here, like doing a far lean right and left, checking your mag, checking your chamber. So yeah, guys, just make sure to take the time to go through the list of controls and get familiar with those, because they will be very helpful and you're just going to need to know them, to be honest. And a couple quick pointers that I wanted to give you guys. When you're moving throughout the game, make sure you are not, as you're just walking through the world, such as in customs or woods, make sure to avoid trees and bushes as much as possible unless you're purposely waiting or camping in a bush. Bushes are very loud, and so are trees, and people will just hear you coming a mile away. You want to make as little noise as possible. Keep your sprinting down to a bare minimum. Only use it when you really need to, or you need to get out of the situation quickly. Sound is honestly, noises in this game is top 3. It's almost everything in this game. Knowing where someone's at is very important. If somebody hears you first, 9 times out of 10 they're going to be able to catch you by surprise. And the next thing I wanted to share with you guys, make sure to use your grenades. They're very helpful tools in this game. You'll find a lot of times that people, if you come up on somebody while they're in a room, they'll just wait it out until you come into the room first, which actually gives them the advantage if you don't have grenades, because they can just stare at their one spot until you come around the corner or through the door, and they'll just shoot you right then. Using grenades is a great way to flush people out and get easy kills, especially if there's more than one in one room. They've helped me a lot in multiple situations. And the next thing I wanted to share with you guys was a couple tips on the flea market here. You want to save all your items that are worth selling and sell them in the flea market. Save all your keys, your labs key cards, special keys that you get from jackets and scavs. A lot of times they will sell for a lot more than what their trader value is. I know Therapist buys labs key cards for about 75,000 rubles, and I do know you can always at least easily get 150,000 for them in the flea market. So make sure to utilize the flea market as much as you can to make as much money and maximize your profits as possible. I honestly, when I first played this game, I think the first year, I honestly didn't even know about the flea market, which is so, I don't know how I missed it, but yeah, I didn't know about the flea market for the longest time. It's a great place to make some money. There are opportunity to buy items for less than their normal value and then sell them at a higher value to make a profit, but I find in this game, I think there's bots or people have macros set up to look out for certain items and buy them up right away, so that can be tough to do. The next thing I wanted to tell you guys is to watch out for ripoffs in the auction. When you're searching for things or buying items like armor and medical supplies, be sure you know exactly what you're buying. And for items like survival kits and CMS kits that have charges, make sure you know how many charges they have. Not too long ago, I got burnt on the Serve 12 Field Surgical Kit. As you can see, they can sell for upwards of $40,000 and $50,000 for one survival kit, and that's usually for a full 15 charges. But you can see a lot of people will try to rip you off and sell them for one charge, and I actually got burned on that a couple times. You can see this guy's trying to sell one charge for 20,000 here. 30,000 here. And I was trying to buy those and sell them for a profit, but I didn't realize that until it was too late. This guy for some reason is trying to sell them for 100,000 here. So make sure you always click on an item make sure to review the charges it has, because you will get burned on that. Yeah, see, he's trying to sell it for 40,000. Yeah, so just make sure you pay attention to that, and that's even the same for armor. If I can spell armor right. Make sure when you're buying armor, guys, be sure to pay attention to the charge hit point value that the armor has. The less points it has, the less damage it's going to be able to take. I've seen some people selling like broken armor that only have like literally 1 or 2 points for like full price, so make sure to watch for those ripoffs and don't get burned by that. Alright, the next thing I wanted to show you guys, when possible, try to purchase everything with straight currency. Try to just buy everything with your rubles or euros or dollars, whatever it is. The only reason I say that is because people, they will offer trade items, like for you to trade items instead of buying it with the actual money. And most of the time they're trying to rip you off when they do this. So like a good example, like let's say, yeah, this electric motor is running for about 80,000, give or take. Let's go ahead and hit this flip button to chain filter it backwards. And we can see where people are trading it for items. So this guy wants 4 of these fuel can things. Let's see how much those are worth. Yeah. See, this guy wants 4 fuel conditioners, and they run for about 100,000 a piece. For one motor, that'd be about, you'd be paying like 400,000 rubles in market cost for that. So make sure to not do that, guys. I honestly didn't even know fuel conditioner was worth that much. I got several of those, so I will probably be selling those. So yeah, just make sure to buy things with actual currency to avoid ripoffs. If you do absolutely need to trade items, make sure you are absolutely seeing how much it's actually worth before doing that. Alright, the next thing I wanted to share with you guys is, for you new players, purchase containers when you are able to. These will help out with your stash and supplies so much. The first thing you probably want to prioritize is the Lucky Scab junk box. It cannot hold any weapons or ammo or any or medical supplies, but it can hold literally anything else. Anything that's not armor, backpack, weapon, or ammo can be held in there. You're going to get so much of that, and it's just a great way to be able to store all of that stuff. And it'll save a lot of room in your stash. As you can see, I got 2 of them here. They're getting pretty full. Same thing with ammo, guys. Ammo will take a lot of stash space. You're going to want something to be able to store that. Fun fact is you can also use a pistol case to store ammo, although it's significantly less ammo storage, but hey, it's still something. Meds case, yeah, you're going to get a lot of meds while you're playing, so that's something you're going to want to do. And when you get to the point too, you might want to start with an items case. An items case can actually store guns and magazines and things like that, and backpacks. Well, they can store anything, an items case can. It's more expensive, it runs about 2 mil though, so containers are something you're going to want to prioritize. As you're starting off in this game, it can be very daunting. I understand, I've been there. At times it still is for me, to be honest. I'm not the greatest player, I'm not claiming to be, but I do alright. It's great to play with more experienced players and get in with them. It kind of gives you a good chance to be able to run with them and help them kill people, but you're not going to learn the best that way. My advice is to run solo and learn to play your own style, learn the game that way. When you just play yourself, by yourself, it's gonna force you to play differently, use different controls, go through different situations. It's just the best way to learn and get good at the game. And then the 9th thing I wanted to share with you guys was learn good loot areas and just run those as often as you can, especially when you're starting off early in the game, don't have a lot of cash and need to really farm some money. A good example of that is to just run interchange on the outside of the map. You don't even have to actually go inside of the mall. On the outside of the map, like in the grassy areas and just out on even on the edges of the map at sometimes, there's a lot of hidden containers where you can get some really good rare loot that's worth a lot of money. There's a lot of maps and things you can find on Google, so feel free to check that out. And my final and 10th tip for you guys is to spam scav runs. Do them as often as you can to make money early in the game. Scavs, if you don't know already, they spawn, they have a cooldown each time you run. It's about an 18-minute cooldown for you to get a new scav once he dies, unless you update your hideout and get your intelligence center up. But yeah, spam the scav runs. My favorite place to run is at factory. The reason for this is because there's usually always a lot of other scavs that spawn there, and when you're in game with scavs, you're on the same team, so they're going to be friendly to you as long as you don't shoot or kill any others. So that being said, that's kind of a double-edged sword. If a player scav is shooting at you, you probably want to take him out or run away. I've been in weird situations for some reason. When I'd kill a player scav that started shooting at me first, all the other AI scavs ganged up on me and came after me to kill me, which I don't understand why. I think that's something Battlestate Games needs to fix and get under control, because you're just defending yourself from a rogue enemy scav player. I know I've gotten a crap ton of loot and money from running scavs on factory, so I encourage you guys to do that as much as you can, or find a map that you like a lot and run scavs there. And it's also a good way to just get a good feel for the map and learn where all the good loot is. And I didn't think about this until I was talking about it, but for you new guys, make sure you check out your hideout. There's a lot of helpful things you can do in here, especially there's just different stations and things you can do in here to make money and create your own supplies. Like once you make the med station, early on, I know you can spend a lot of money on AI2s and stuff, just trying to keep yourself alive and healed up going into new runs. You can actually create your own AI2s here if you find meds. You just need the supplies and you can create it. That's something really good to do. If you create your rest space or nutrition unit or water collector, those all help with your hydration and nutrition values. It helps them go up quicker, and it's actually quite helpful. The intelligence center is something you also want to get up. Once you get this up, your scav cooldown goes down significantly, so you can run them quicker. I'm not going to go over every single thing you can create in the hideout, but it's very helpful. It's definitely worth taking a look at and getting upgraded. There's things that can make you a ton of money, like the Bitcoin farm. You can create, once you get all the computer parts, as you can see I don't have it right now, but once you get all the computer parts, you can literally just generate Bitcoins and make quite a bit of money off that. Same thing with the scav chest. Once you got this built up, scavs will literally just bring you good loot and you can sell it and make a lot of money. So it's definitely worth upgrading these things in your hideout, guys. Alright guys, thank you so much for coming by and checking this out. If you found this video helpful, please feel free to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton, and I'm always looking to grow my audience, and I love hearing from you guys and even getting the opportunity to play in game with some of you. So I really do hope that these tips are able to increase your skill and get you some money in your early gaming experience in this game. I know it can be a daunting game to learn and get down, but if you keep at it, practice makes perfect. Keep it up and you're gonna do fine. Thank you guys so much for coming by, and until next time.